Blackmore.
Nothing like returning to the world of fighting style variants. In today's brand new episode, we'll be going over the world of Aikido and Aikijujutsu.
Bring it on. I'll destroy you all.
And so much more. Especially, we're going to be breaking down explanations between the two and so many other Aki-jujutsu related styles out there that happen to have the same principles under that, but a totally different martial art entirely. And we're going to be clearing up some confusions there. But throughout history of fighting games, there are so many plethora of characters with these styles of martial art, especially the one and only the big bad of Southtown. But you guys know who I'm talking about. But grab your snacks, your popcorn, anything that you have, and kick your feet up and relax on today's episode. Check it out.
Aikido, I'm sure you've heard this martial art before, from the likes of the real-life Dan Hibiki, but not nearly cool as him, Steven Seagal. Developed in the early 20th century by Morihei Ueshiba, Aikido is known as the art of peace. It blends jujutsu, kenjutsu, and spiritual studies like Omoto-kyo to create a system focused on harmony over aggression. Aikido employs circular motion, joint locks, and redirection to neutralize attacks. It emphasizes balanced disruption and guiding force instead of meeting it head-on. Carol Stanzak is one of the most oddball design characters I've ever seen from a fighting game. Coming from Savage Rain, she's a gymnast that uses a gym ball while having Aikido traditional joint lock throws. Crazy, flashy, oddball gameplay, but SNK is known for wacky designs. Toji Sakata uses Aikido with a strong knowledge of Aikijutsu. His moveset features urimi and precise redirection, often followed by heavy counters. His stance and philosophy of combat highlight and understanding of controlling the center line and using his opponent's force against them, hallmarks of Aki-based training, along with him incorporating a fan into his fighting style. Takeda Saonji from Buriki 1 is a textbook Aikidoka. His style is smooth, defensive, and circular. He doesn't initiate attacks, but responds with redirection and unbalancing throws. His portrayal is one of the most technically accurate depictions of Aikido in gaming, focusing on posture, blending, and real-world Aikido mechanics. So of course SNK would have great representation of this with the many different characters they've made over the years. Tamaki from Dead or Alive 6 comes from the Venus Dating Sim Beach volleyball game, but making her actual fighting debut in DOA 6, blending Aikido with traditional Japanese dance aesthetics. Her techniques involve graceful, reactive throws, and subtle joint locks. Tamaki's character design surprisingly captures the essence of Aikido's philosophy: beauty in motion and strength through control, not aggression, making a pretty nice addition to the roster which was missing this fighting style. Aki-jujutsu, or more precisely also known as Daito Ryu Aki-jujutsu, is an ancient Japanese martial art that combines joint locks, throws, pins, and subtle internal redirection. Its roots stretch back to the Heian period, and it was refined through many centuries of battlefield experience. But the system we know today came about in the late 19th century by a martial arts master swordsman named Takeda Sokaku. He publicly taught the style. He passed it on to notable students, most famously Morihei Ueshiba, the founder of Aikido. While Jujutsu is a pretty basic term for grappling arts, Aki-jujutsu adds something special. Aki, the blending of energy with your opponent. It's about taking control without direct collision, using timing, posture, and eternal redirection. It's not just fighting, it's strategic manipulation. So it's not all about brute force. It's all about controlling someone else's center, including yours, using many techniques like Uzushi, breaking your opponent's posture before applying a technique, Aki, which is harmonizing with an attack to redirect and control it, Atime Waza, precise strikes to vulnerable points to create openings, Kasetsu Waza, which is pain compliance or disabling maneuvers, Nage Waza, using minimal effort for maximum effective throws. Hokuto from the Street Fighter EX and Fighting EX Layers series has their own Kazama style inspired art called the Mizugami Ryu Koppojutsu style. Koppojutsu have roots in the ancient martial art traditions of Japan, specifically those practiced by the samurai. Her calm stance, wrist control throws mirror Aikijujutsu principles. She uses minimal motion to redirect enemies, often finishing with quick, brutal throws, clearly nodding to the traditional Daito Ryu schools. So I felt it would be appropriate to list her here as an honorary character. Nina Williams from the Taken series, her fighting style is listed as Koppojutsu, a bone-breaking art. I know it's totally different from Aikijujutsu, but hear me out on this honorary mention. While it is more brutal than Aikijujutsu, her grappling and joint-centered attacks carry echoes of it. Her holds and precision counters mimic the biomechanical targeting used in Aikijujutsu, except with lethal intent. Both martial arts involve a deep understanding of the human body. Aki-jujutsu emphasizes subtle manipulations of balance and energy, while Koppojutsu focuses on targeting the opponent's skeletal structure, including joints and pressure points. Daito Ryu Aki-jujutsu has influenced so many different martial arts out there that ended up branching into their own thing. So, including everyone's favorite cold-hearted blonde assassin was a must. Kasumi Todo from the Art of Fighting series. She explicitly uses Aki-jujutsu. Her moveset includes shoulder throws, circular evasion, a short forward ground projectile, and locking counters. She's one of the few characters openly labeled with this martial art, showcasing it in gi-based combat with a Japanese flair. It's always interesting to me how popular she is among the AOF series characters besides Ryo, Robert, Yuri, Takuma, Mr. Karate, and King. She's a better design than her old man Ryuhaku, which is pretty funny looking back. So Kasumi is a pretty alright design, another knock in the park from SNK. Momiji, a Konoichi from the Ninja Gaiden world, and from the Dead or Alive series, she blends Aki-jujutsu with ninjutsu arts, which is pretty damn cool. She uses smooth evasions, grapples, and locks that reflect internal redirection and centerline control. Her style is both deadly and elegant, taking inspiration from classical jujutsu fused with some modern shinobi tactics. Now for Asuka Kazama and Jun Kazama, we're going to be breaking down their Kazama-style traditional martial arts. It is largely Aki-based with other influences on top of it like karate and a few other styles. Asuka's throws, counters, and circular footwork are all drawn from Aki-jujutsu. She's reactive, redirective, and uses force manipulation to shut down aggression, showing off the philosophy of blending with, not against, your opponent. With her own flair into it being the famous gang mediator that's still a bit inexperienced in the martial art, using so much strength out of sheer anger. Now Jun Kazama, on the other hand, her Kazama style also contains elements of Jujutsu, which is old school Jujutsu, and Aki-jujutsu. Her grace, intuition, and fluid counters reflect ancient Jujutsu principles. Her soft yet deliberate movements resemble Aikido, but with the underlying mechanics and joint manipulations of Aikijujutsu, in which I feel always suited Jun's maiden-like presence in the Taken series. Aoi from the Virtual Fighter series is one of the most faithful 3D representations of Aikijujutsu in fighting games. Her style includes small joint manipulations, redirection, and real-world kazushi. Every move is about timing and precision. If you want to see how Aikijujutsu looks in action, Aoi is your blueprint of that. Now you know we had to save the best for last. The Nightmare of Southtown itself.
Bring it on. I'll destroy you all.
Geese Howard. Geese Howard's martial art is listed as Aikijutsu fused with counter-striking and chi manipulation. His Rippuken and his famous counters like Atime Nage and other reversals align with the aggressive side of Aikijutsu. He's a boss-level example of fusing brutal samurai-era combat with eternal martial philosophy, creating one of the most beloved villain characters in fighting game history. Geese, you are such a weeb, but we love you as a boss character. But what is Aikijutsu? From what I can gather, it's often confused with Aikijujutsu. They're not identical. Aikijutsu is a pretty older battlefield martial art with more direct and combative applications. It served the samurai class and prioritized taking down opponents efficiently using throws, strikes, and eternal redirection during that era. While Aikijujutsu focuses on grappling and blending, Aikijutsu keeps a more aggressive edge, often preceding Jujutsu in development. Aikido was born as a spiritual reinterpretation of these arts. So pretty much in a similar vein of what Valtudo went through with all of its modern branches later on with Jujutsu, is what I can gather, and which really fits Geese Howard overall.
So, what do you think? Did you happen to walk away and learn pretty much from this? And I had to dig in further into this myself. There is still a tad bit confusion out there, but even during my research, I had to really dig deep and look through so many different articles and stuff, and even through Reddit communities and other sites out there just to clear up a lot of the confusion surrounding Aikido and Aikijujutsu and other branches related towards it, even Aikijutsu as well. So I hope I did the best that I could in clearing up a lot of those issues, but please feel free to let me know in the comments below if I happen to miss anything in that breakdown, or even just characters in general that you feel that should have been here too as well, because trust me, I really looked high and low for this particular list, especially for so many other characters. I do find it fascinating that there is a plethora of female characters within fighting games that use this particular style than there is of male characters, which is always pretty fascinating to me. But anyways, y'all, if you enjoyed today's video, please give a like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you can stay updated of any new videos coming to the channel. The Discord community too will be up as well in the description. And please let me know your thoughts down below in the comments of what you thought of the video. But anyways, folks, it's Blackmore here, signing out. I'll catch you later, folks. I will be opening up a another poll too as well to see what other fighting style variants would you love to see me cover right after this, because there is quite a few others that are still out there that I feel in the zeitgeist of fighting games that really need to be covered. The same as well towards the weapon select series. So yeah, we still got plenty of things to talk about. But anyways, y'all, I'll catch you later, folks. Peace.
The study of Kung Fu fighting is ongoing. Don't ever hope to master all of them. So be careful.